Welcome to Feature Focus at Lupa. My name is Apoorva and I'm a software engineer here at Lupa, and today I'm very excited to be showing you a new feature we released called Stocktake. After talking to a lot of clients, we realized that Stocktake is a very big pain point at the moment. It currently involves printing out sheets of all your products, distributing them among staff, and unfortunately, staff staying late after their shifts to count the products and make sure that the inventory is up to date. We wanted to make a feature to streamline this process to allow you to count stock directly within the system and have it update your stock in the system and easily distribute the work among your staff. So jumping straight into it, the Stocktake lives within the inventory app. There's a new tab here called Sessions, and within here you can do stock takes and stock transfers. Stock transfers are transferring stock between different locations within your clinics. For the purposes of this video, we'll focus on Stocktake. So I will create a new session, I will select Stocktake, and you will then get an option to select which location you're counting the stock for. I'll choose the dispensary and create a new session. Once you've created a new session, the products within that location will all populate within the search bar here. You have one option here to add all. So if you're doing a complete stock take, you can add all your products and start counting immediately. If you would like to distribute the work over time or between staff, you can filter by categories or tags. So if I filter by, for example, antiparasitics, that search is now only the antiparasitic products in that location. So I can add all those products to my stock take and that will populate. One thing to note is you can rename a stock take. So if I'm only counting the antiparasitics, I can rename this session to antiparasitics and save that. Now that we've added all the products to the session and we've renamed the session, we can go ahead and start the stock take. So for each product here, you can see the expected quantity. This is the quantity stored within Lupa at the moment. You can also see for batched products, we will show the quantity for each batch that you have. I can go ahead and start counting products. So if I start with this one here, I can see that the system says there should be 6 tablets. I can count this and say there's actually 9 tablets and the difference will populate. So you can see that there's a difference of 3. There's 11 boxes, for example, for this product. I can count that and say there's actually 10 and that will populate. I can also count if there were 10 boxes and let's say 5 pipettes there, and it will calculate based on how many subunits you've got within one unit of the product. So I can go ahead and continue filling out the stock take and counting what products I have. If there's any products that I don't want to count, I can just go ahead and delete them, or we can leave them there and they will remain as uncounted and they won't affect your inventory. Once I'm done, I can press complete stock take, and this will give me a little pop-up showing me how many items have discrepancies, and these ones will directly adjust your inventory, and how many items have not been counted and will be skipped. I can press continue, and then I will get a nice summary page with how many products I checked. So out of the 14 in the stock take, I counted 11 of them, 3 of them were unchecked, and 9 of them had discrepancies. You'll see a summary of which products were checked, which products were unchecked, and there's also an option to export this as a CSV if you want to. If you go back to your sessions, this is the session that we just completed. You can view this at any time and come back and look at the summary page. One useful thing about this is you can also now go to your stock and go to your stock history, and you can view the changes that were made directly from stock takes. So these are the products that we just changed in the stock take, and you can see the differences and that they were adjusted from a stock take and which product and which batch it was. I hope you found this useful, and we will see you next week. Thank you.